right, we are in Los Angeles at TSportline, and I could not be more excited for what we have behind us. So first off, I want to say thank you to Ellie, TSportline, Brian, for all that you've done to us and giving us full access to this beautiful Cybertruck. It's a white satin. It has some amazing accessories, which we're going to get into. But thank you so much for being a presenting sponsor of the X Takeover, formerly the Tesla Takeover. But a lot of this is happening because of you guys. So thank you guys so much for all that you've done.
Yeah, thank you for having us. TSportline is very proud to be the sponsor. And you know what? Last year's event was great, and we're looking forward to so many more.
Yeah, stay tuned. We're going to have some announcements in the coming weeks about the keynote speakers. That's going to stay tuned for that. But Ellie, so, you know, TSportline has been around the early days of Tesla, and it's become one of the most important brands really in accessories for Tesla. So can you tell me a little bit about the history? How did you guys start? How did you guys get to where you are now? And even talk about some of the other stuff you're doing for all EVs as well.
Sure. So first of all, TSportline is celebrating its 11th year this year, April 26th to be exact. And it all started in 2013 when a very good client of mine had a Roadster previously. We kind of like made a name for ourselves in the Roadster community back in 2008, 9, and 10. But that was before TSportline was actually created. This was just my early days of car customization, my background history, 12-volt, and retail stores in Southern California. In 2013, that same individual, Dr. Terrace, came and picked my wife and I up and took us out to dinner in his 2013 Model S. And I was completely blown away.
Yeah.
And immediately I purchased a car because I realized that there was something special going on here. That this brand that nobody knew about back then, that was pretty rare, that, you know what, this car is very special, and I wanted to become a part of that community. Mm-hmm. It was very niche back then, so I bought my first 2013 Model S, I customized it, and that was really kind of like just the early beginning stages of TSportline. But what bothered me the most back then, what really jump-started the company, is a funny story, and I'll make it quick and I'll share it with you. The Model S, up until recently, had this lower plastic trim all the way up underneath the front bumper, the side skirts, the rear bumper. And I was never really a fan of textured plastic trim. So I was having lunch one day with an associate, John, who is my partner, and I said, John, I have this crazy concept. We need to go ahead and make a carbon fiber sports package for the Model S because I can't stand the plastic. And I said, I know you know how to make it, and I definitely know how to sell it. We should do this together.
Yeah.
And he looked at me like I was crazy.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm not. And he said, well, then let's do it. And that's kind of a fast forward, but that was really how TSportline started, by a carbon fiber sports package for a Model S.
Yeah, no, that's an incredible story, especially when it became a use case for you personally.
Yes.
And then obviously being able to bring it to where it is. So tell us, you know, to people who aren't as familiar with TSportline, tell us like what type of products are you offering today? And even, again, we should talk about what you're doing for all electric vehicles. Sure.
So, you know, over the years, TSportline has really embraced the community, and we try to create products that we feel are the right fit for a Tesla. We've now grown and expanded our line from early days of Model S all the way into Model X, Model 3, Y, and now Cybertruck. So we are really the world's first designer and manufacturer of aftermarket wheels, carbon fiber parts, and accessories for all models Tesla. And now through our new platform, EVSportline, which I'll talk about in a minute, for all other EVs. But we focus on basically taking it like Tesla plus one. Mm-hmm. We don't go to any real extremes. Our demographic, our customer is the person like you and I that drives a Tesla every day. This is our daily, but I want to have a special look, something different. Yep. So that's what we focus on.
Yeah. No, well, tell us a little bit also, have you been branching out into like Rivian and potentially some of the other electric vehicles?
So with the growth of Tesla, the brand, of course, as we all know, came really this amazing growth from other manufacturers. And some are still trying to scale and some are doing really well, like Rivian, for example. So we have another platform called TSportline where we are designing and manufacturing accessories for all those other EVs to provide solutions of what maybe a Rivian really needs or how you can make a Mach-E look a little bit cooler with some wheels, and many, many amazing products coming soon on that platform, especially as other companies start growing.
Yeah, I mean, Tesla obviously paved the way. We wouldn't be where we are today without Tesla. So
without a doubt,
it's important to branch out into that, especially even as the Tesla takeover is branching into the X takeover. Really, it's going to be allowing for other EVs to be a part of that story. But let's talk. Obviously, we're here. We have this beautiful Cybertruck here. Talk to me a little bit about, before we step into actually what's on the car, how has T-Sportline been preparing for the Cybertruck? What's been coming to mind? Obviously, this is something completely different than a Model S, even the beautiful Model X signature that we saw earlier that you guys were working on. But, you know, this is like off-roading. This is, you know, a truck that's meant for outdoor use. Like, how have you guys been preparing for this?
Well, you know, we've been very patient, as all of us have been.
4 years.
4 years. We were there the night of the unveiling of this truck. And right then and then, we knew internally that T-Sportline needs to be first to market on the Cybertruck. We need to prepare ourselves. And over the past 4 years, we have done everything we can, reaching out to resources that we have access to go ahead and learn the Cybertruck even before we actually could see or touch one. And we were successful. The night of the first 10 getting delivered on stage, we also were the first to release 3 different styles of wheels in stock, ready to go for Cybertruck owners, plus being prepared to customize the exterior, like wraps, etc. So we're pretty proud of that. We worked really hard for that. And now, you know, the possibilities are endless. We've had the pleasure, as of today, to actually work and customize 3 Cybertrucks. Tomorrow we have a 4th one coming, and next week we have our 5th one coming.
Yeah.
So that's really exciting.
Keep rolling.
We're going to keep rolling. But here's what's exciting for the Cybertruck owner that's waiting for theirs to arrive. When we got our first Cybertruck, we were ready and we went to town on it, meaning, yes, we took it apart. Yes, we wanted to understand the underpinnings. But we also spent a great deal of time scanning the truck. And this is something that we're really great at. We have the necessary tools, and we scanned all the parts and the exterior and the interior, and this allows us now to take that content, bring it into CAD, and start creating and developing plenty of the products. We have a long list coming very soon for Cybertruck that we feel this truck and the consumer would want.
Okay. Well, we should obviously talk about the 3 wheels. Obviously, we have 1 pair on.
Yes.
Could you potentially, with the wheels, and could you also allude potentially to even some of the products that are potentially coming, or within, whether it's interior, exterior, maybe fenders, whatever, maybe covers for the side mirrors?
You know, I think everybody's kind of going down that same path. I mean, this is a truck, right? And if you look at the history of truck customization, there's a lot of similarities, right? It could be lighting, it could be suspension, it could be fender flares, it could be a variety of wheel styles, definitely, you know, bumper guards, things of that nature. That's what customizing a truck has always kind of been. And we're going to follow down those footsteps on that plan, but keeping it in a cyber design.
Yep.
And I think through all the scanning and all the R&D that we've already done and are continuing to do every time we get our hands on a truck, and pretty soon we'll have our own. We're anxiously waiting, patiently waiting like everybody else. We'll be able to take things even a little bit further. But our customers, these early customers, have been really kind and understanding. They've been supportive, and that has given us the ability to really kind of get this started. In regards to the wheels, you know, we have 3 different styles right now. We have plenty more coming, but starting off with something that we've never done before that's really perfect for a truck is a Steelie wheel. A Steelie wheel, I mean, it just says truck, right?
Yeah.
And while it looks a little basic, we've already had amazing response that it looks really good on the truck, it's affordable, and it's a wonderful solution as a spare or as a winter wheel and tire package. So keep that cost down, but yet still have a load-rated wheel that you could put a different tire on. And then we move into what we're really known for, and that is flow-forged wheels and fully forged wheels. So unique styles. We started to now embrace aero covers. We've been inspired by what Tesla's been doing. So our TCT wheel that's actually on this truck right now comes with aero covers that you can easily remove and install. So that's pretty cool too. And then some more styles coming.
Well, no, that's incredible. I mean, we'll make sure to post the link for all 3 styles in the description, so make sure you check those out. But what do we have here today? Obviously, you mentioned the aero cover, but if you could just tell us a little bit about, like, we want to focus in on, you know, what has been put on the White Satin Cybertruck.
Right. So after wrapping it in 3M satin white, which is a first, and we've had a lot of requests for it, so this is really cool the way this came out, and kind of recreating the Foundation Series badges on the front fenders and the rear tailgate in black to kind of complement the rest of the trim. We went straight for the wheels and tires. We took off the Goodyear all-terrain tires. It's a cool tire. It's a tire that Goodyear made exclusively for Cybertruck and for Tesla. But, you know, it's a little bit mild in its appearance for an all-terrain tire. So, you know, we collaborated with our friends at Falcon. This is a brand new all-terrain tire for them. It's the same size of the Goodyear that comes on the truck, but just looks a little bit more beefier, a little bit more all-terrain, which is really cool, but a proper fitment for the truck, no issues whatsoever. And then, you know, the wheels came off, and these are our Flow Forge TCT wheels. It's got a really cool look to it. They will adapt to the aero covers, but what's interesting is that it actually exposes the brake calipers, right? Because the factory wheels have a big aero cover on it. When you pop that off and you see the wheel behind there, you'll see there's a silver unfinished aero cover. And maybe Tesla's gonna change that with performance models, or maybe the Cyber Beast, we don't know. But what we did was, let's give it that Tesla performance look, right? Paint them red, put the logo on in white. It's really cool, ties in with the white. So that's very fun for us, and that's exciting. The customer absolutely loves it.
Yeah, no, I mean, this looks like, just walking in, it literally, I mean, the Cybertruck itself is just so polarizing, but even having the white satin with the red, it just makes it pop. So, and the great thing too is that you can see through it, but also throw on the aero covers as well to get that efficiency when you need it. You know, obviously we have some big news this past, literally just actually yesterday, the Model 3 Highland, you know, the refresh, like,
huge.
Obviously that was released in Europe and China first. You know, potentially even the Model Y, I think they're calling it Project Juniper.
Right.
But how are you guys even like preparing as the Tesla product line just continues to grow and adapt?
Well, you know, the first second we got word of this, we ordered a car, of course.
Of course.
So
I think I saw it too.
Yeah. So we've posted that. We're already on it. We can't wait to take delivery of it, because this is another step of growth for our company in support of the community. And since it's a completely new car, we'll have a whole bunch of new products. Maybe some of the existing Model 3 products will carry over. We're not 100% sure yet. But we'll be on it. And, you know, we're going to go ahead and grow with Tesla, grow within the community with support. And the new Model 3 is very exciting.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's just incredible. It's we personally on our channel run a weekly podcast, and I literally can't tell you how every week there's just news. I mean, what other company, like, I haven't ever followed a company. We're from the Bay Area and, you know, in the center of tech, and there's no other company just with so much news every single week. And so this company is just adapting and expanding every week. And so it's pretty incredible, and you guys are just on top of it with everything you're doing and adapting. And the Cybertruck and what you guys are doing, these wheels, they look amazing.
Thank you.
And just thank you so much for just being a huge support of our club, of the Tesla takeover, now the X takeover, of the community. It's partners like you that allow these things to happen, to really give back to the community. I mean, last year was really special with May Musk. Again, we're going to be announcing some of the keynote speakers in a couple of weeks. But you know, thank you again for full access to this beautiful truck, and thank you for your time today.
It's our pleasure, man. Thank you very much.
Thank you.